It's time for those deep sleepers. All right, these are guys that we think that are getting drafted very late. If you're in deeper leagues, you're looking for some position scarcity or guys to be targeting, here's a list to help you out, to help you win your leagues, because it's all about the deep sleepers.
It's all about those deep sleepers. First guy I'm going to talk about probably isn't even going to start the year in the majors, so definitely keep that in mind if you think about drafting him. But Darren Ruff out there for the Phillies. It's kind of a crowded outfield, so they might not have room for him when you start the season. But when you look at what he did in the minors last year, it was very impressive. 38 home runs, over 100 RBIs, batting average of right around 320. This guy's got a ton of talent. The Phillies are going to have to find a way to get him up in the bigs and give him some major league at-bats.
The guy that is going to be in the bigs and probably penciled in, so probably starting, is the starting center fielder for Arizona. My personal favorite deep sleeper, that's Adam Eaton. I absolutely love this kid. Here's some minor league stats for you. 375 average. He only had 7 home runs, but 59 extra base hits. Absolutely love him. His ADP is about 220. If you got an open utility outfield spot at the end of your draft, this is a guy to snag. He's going to be on all my teams.
Next, I'm going to talk about a shortstop that I really like, deep sleeper. Segura out there from Milwaukee. And this guy, 151 at-bats last year. You're not going to get any power from this guy. But he did throw in some speed, 7 bags, and like I said, 151 at-bats. So he's definitely going to be a guy that you can grab super late that could help you out with steals. And his average wasn't that great in the bigs last year, but I think his average can definitely go up. So definitely not a bad second shortstop to grab, and just hope for a speed specialist out of him.
Another outfielder, that's Diaz with the White Sox. This guy's going to pick 170. Again, he doesn't really hurt you a ton anywhere, but he does give you some nice speed. He had 26 bags last year. Decent pop. He does have double-digit potential and not a terrible average. So, late in drafts, pick 170. He's not a bad guy to fill in a third, fourth, fifth outfielder spot.
Next guy, we got a first baseman for you. Not only does he have a sweet name, Yonder Alonso, but I do like this. I do like this guy's upside. He's out there at San Diego. I mean, you look at his stats last year, 9 home runs. I mean, you're definitely not going to be excited about that. And he did have 550 at-bats, but he had a ton of doubles. He's hitting the ball hard. And one stat that I do like to look at is youngsters that get a lot of doubles that have power potential. And I do see him as one of those guys. Those doubles are going to start turning into home runs. I know he plays out there in San Diego, but I think he will definitely improve from the numbers from a year ago and could be a sneaky first base to grab late.
All right, so my next 3 guys, the last 3 guys I'm going to talk about are closers. So see if you can find the theme and stats we look for when closers we like with upside. And the first one's Jansen with the Dodgers. You know the name, I'm sure. League, though, is going to get the first shot at the closing duties. Here's why we love him. In 65 innings, he had 99 Ks. I mean, this guy was on a crazy tear. You gotta love it. If league slips even a little bit, he's gonna move in and be a top closer. We absolutely love him. It's the innings eater to sit down, to draft late. Right now, ADP 185, and that's crazy for a guy that could be a top closer.
Yeah, we love that guy. Next guy, outfitter for you out there in Seattle, and that's Saunders. This guy is getting drafted super late. He's not getting any love, really. I mean, he's young enough to where he could still, have a huge breakout season. Almost a 20-20 guy last year. Over 20 bags, 19 home runs. He did bat around 250, but, obviously, you want to think that there's potential of that going up. We don't understand the non-love. He's a guy with a big upside. Like I said, 20-20 guy. What's not to like? Well worth the gamble where he's going in the draft.
All right, got another setup guy that should be a closer for you. And again, this is something that we like to also do is draft one of these guys really late instead of that bum closer that's going to have a terrible ERA and blow a ton of saves. And this one now I'm talking about is Frieri. He was ridiculous as well. In 66 innings, he had 98 Ks. Again, why is he not closing is beyond us, but this is going to help you out. Right now, he's going pick 201. So same thing as Jansen. Draft him late, and he should hopefully move into the closer role at some point this year. Plus, Dustin. Madson's going to be start the year out. He loves to throw that in. Madson's starting the year out. So he might already start as a closer coming into the year if Madson is out, and he could have a stranglehold on it by the time the guy gets back.
Sorry, I wasn't on the same page.
I know.
Fieri, I love him. I love watching that guy pitch. I don't even know why they're messing with Madson. Just name Fieri the closer for the whole year. Guy's a stud. Last guy I'm going to talk about, Michael Brantley, another outfielder that I like, and you're going to see kind of a repeat theme with the stats I'm looking at here. But his home run total is only 6 home runs last year, but 37 doubles. The guy's hitting the ball hard. A little bit of speed for you. He had double digits in stolen bases. So again, this is a guy that's going super late. You know, he's a guy that's probably going to be your 4th, 5th, 6th outfielder, and he just has the potential of being, you know, a top 30 outfielder in my opinion if he can put it all together.
And Dustin's been looking at this double thing for years. Before Cybermetrics was cool, that's basically what it is. Just
basically.
Not as fancy as name.
It's just an easier
Dustin's
way
not
to
as
explain.
a fancy of a guy. All right, last closer. I had to throw that in there. And last closer I'm going to talk about is Grilly. He is going to be closing, so he is going to get the opportunity for the Pirates. They let Hanrahan go, or the Red Sox just paid him too much and took him away. But with that said, Grilly, he's an old man, but in 58 innings, he had 90 Ks last year. So you got to love that. He's starting the year as a closer as well. His ADP is 180. We love that. That is a great value for a closer. If you can get him pick 180 and you're waiting on saves, he's a great guy to grab.
An old man that somewhere found the fountain of youth somewhere. But that's it for our deep sleepers. These are guys that we love late. We love their upsides. We think they'll have, you know, at least some sort of fantasy impact this year. So be sure to check out all the other tiers and rankings.
At Fantasy Advice on Twitter, get in the forums. We'll go ahead and rate your mock drafts, things like that. That's it. Deep sleepers, we out.